It's election season, and yesterday the federal government announced that they've got a plan to tackle housing affordability in 2022. Let's get right into it. By taking the steps that we're going to talk about, the government hopes to get more people under 40 purchasing homes in Canada. Ideally, they want for lower income earners to be buying homes and for home price growth to decelerate. Here's how they're going to impact demand. First, they're going to get foreign buyers and they're going to exclude them for buying for 2 years, banning it outright. This is a pretty bipartisan idea. Folks on both sides of the aisles agree and have suggested that if they were in power, they would ban all foreign buying for a 2-year period. They would also provide about $1 billion in loans and grant programs to create rent-to-own opportunities. The goal is to create a pathway to ownership for renters in 5 years or less. This seems to be a bit of a vague promise. It's lacking timelines, and it falls right in the middle of election season. You want to take this one with a bit of a grain of salt. On top of that, they're going to create a bit of an underwhelming version of a tax-free saving account. It's going to be called the first-time buyer savings plan, and you're going to be able to save up to $40,000 up to age 40 and withdraw that money without the obligation of repaying it. And you can use that money as a source of your down payment to buy your first home. Frankly, this appears to be a bit of a ripoff of a similar program ran under his father's party once upon a time in 1975. That program was ultimately cut out by the Mulroney government around 1985. And frankly, research suggests that that program ended up helping high-income earners get into homeownership faster. So I don't know if it's going to achieve the desired result of general affordability. First-time homebuyers would also see an expansion of the first-time buyer tax credit, which would mean about $1,500 extra in their pocket at closing time. There would also be a 25% reduction in the Canada Mortgage Housing Corporation insurance premium. So if somebody's putting less than 20% down, typically on a purchase, they pay this one-time mortgage premium, which gets added to the balance of their mortgage. That premium would be reduced by 25%. Again, doesn't really get you into home ownership faster. On the supply side of the equation, the federal government would allocate $4 billion that major cities can tap into to accelerate their own housing programs. The hope is to create 100,000 additional units of middle-class housing by the year 2025. In my opinion, these policies are going to create even more demand for housing, but do very little to affect housing affordability. It'll just make it easier for high-income earners to get into home ownership faster. The workforce in Canada is very skilled, incomes are rising quickly, and with low interest rates, that allows high-income earners to bid up the prices of homes more quickly. The reality is that there isn't nearly enough housing supply. The problem of affordability is not really going to be fixed until all levels of government coordinate on building policy that cuts through the bureaucracy, allows for a lot more housing starts to take place, and creates material supply in the market. That's necessary when we're bringing in 400,000 to 500,000 people immigrating a year. Share this with a friend who's looking to purchase their first home. Also, feel free to get in touch with me directly or leave your feedback in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in. If you could like this video, subscribe to the channel, I'd greatly appreciate it. Take care.